Hey lovers and friends, this is Abner Tries Beauty and I cannot wait to share with you how I tattooed my face. Okay, before you forget, hit the subscribe button if you're new here, and if you're an existing person, leave me a comment below. Y'all, I need y'all to get into these brows that I tattooed on my face. I'm going to go through and show you all the entire progress up until now. From the beginning until now, it's been about 6 weeks, and I just got my touch-up, which is going to put me through the healing process all over again. In this 6 weeks, I'm going to show you some highlights of where I came from and where I am now. Also, I want to share with you some tips if you're considering doing the same thing, what I thought about, and things of that nature. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned. Okay, lovers and friends, I tattooed my face because I ain't had no eyebrows. And dead serious, when you do your makeup routine, maybe it's just me, 30 minutes on brows. 30 minutes on brows. I had Anastasia dip brow, then I need to outline a joint with like a pencil, and then, you know, conceal, make it sharp, then feather it out. It was just a lot, and I was just thinking of ways just to cut down on my makeup routine. So I ultimately decided that I wanted to get this done. Now, a couple years ago, I got scared off because I saw microblading. I saw someone's healing process, and that joint scared me off. So if you want to stop the video and you don't want to listen to anything at all, listen to this. Okay, listen to this.
This is a
process, y'all. This ain't something that is going to work in the next day, 2 days from now, a month from now. This is a 3 to 4 month commitment to see your best results. Yeah, it really is. So know that you're going in that, like, you're going to have some points in time of healing that you're not going to look so cute. You can't put on any makeup like me today, and you can't get water in your face. You need to plan your vacations, all types of things. This is impacting, so really be thoughtful on when you want to do this and if you want to do this. Why did I choose ombre powder brows versus microblading? Well, I already mentioned that microblading looked really painful, so that kind of turned me off. But also, I was starting to hear things about it not being long lasting. In addition, that like I really had no eyebrows, really light hairs, and I saw microblading work really well for a friend of mine, but she had kind of a thick brow already, or thick hair, and so I felt like microblading worked really well for her because she got really good results, because she had microblading is cutting small strokes, hair-like strokes, and filling it in with ink. She already had kind of a solid base, so her eyebrows look phenomenally thick. I also read a lot about like skin types, and sometimes my skin is dry, sometimes my skin is oily. It depends on the season. I have different types of makeup, a matte makeup versus hydrating makeup, or primer and things of that nature, just depending. So I have more of a combination skin, and that they say that powder ombre brows are better for combination skins, and that they last longer. Because here's the thing, These do fade. It's a semi-permanent tattoo. These do fade, but the more oil that your skin produces, the quicker it's going to fade. And they said the shading or the powder brows had a long-lasting effect. Also, too, the way that I drew in my brows was like with Anastasia powder look, and it gives them more of a makeup finish, and I really like that look versus the hair strokes. Second thing is that I encourage you all to do is figure out who you want to do this procedure with. I looked at 3 different for lack of a word, tattoo or folks who specialize in eyebrows. I encourage you not to pay a consultation fee, because I threw away 30 bucks doing that just to sit in a chair for information I already knew, or it was just a waste. I'm leaving a Yelp review. Yep, I'm that one with that person. I also wanted to support black owned, women owned business, and that's exactly what I do. The person who did my brows, I really liked her. She was so patient with me, had so much education. I'm excited about it. I really like that. I'll leave a link to her below, and perhaps you already seen her work. She's also on my Instagram. I'm also on her Instagram around my transformation with my brows procedure. So let's get into that. The business that I supported had really good detail on what not to do with the procedure, which included like no caffeine, no drinking, no aspirin or anything, no painkiller, things like that will kind of induce dehydration or like bleeding. I really like going to her because of her numbing, and everyone has different methods to that, so that's why I ultimately chose her. And audition availability, this is becoming quite popular, at least in my area, where one powder eyebrow person had like a 3-month wait-in. For what? It already takes 3 to 4 months to heal over this. So there's some certain things you need to not do before. Then you go to your appointment, and the first hour is just spent on looking at your face, measuring, outlining, and things of that nature. What I really like that my person did for me was she actually shaded in the brow, so you can kind of see the full effect. What would I do if I did not keep it completely real with y'all? I don't even know how to demonstrate this. So essentially, once all the measuring is done, then comes preparing your eyebrows to take color. And in order to do that, they have to break the skin. So the first part was outlining my brow shape. She, in a sense, guys, I don't know how to show y'all this. Okay, so this is a weave needle. Imagine this is your eyebrow. This is what I got. And she's just kind of like ripping the skin lightly. You see what I'm doing there? Okay. She's doing it all around. So it doesn't hurt. I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt. It doesn't feel too crazy, but it didn't feel too nice either. Then she goes on the actual eyebrow and uses some type of, I don't know, y'all, pricker that like essentially is breaking the skin across all the eyebrows of where she's going to fit, so that the ink could get into your skin. So that really sucked. Then my initial fill, she filled in the eyebrows at least 3 to 4 times, actually 4 times each time. So you're going over with the tattoo. So if you got a tattoo before, then you're probably like, oh, this sounds very familiar, but I don't have any tattoos, and it became quite annoying, her going over it. It wasn't too bad the first time because for the most part, the numbing cream worked. I would encourage you that bring a blanket, because you're going to be in there for a few hours. A good podcast to listen to if you don't, want to do that, or you can try to go to sleep, but again, someone is on your face and you need to kind of turn your face. Afterwards, I suggest you take some Tylenol pain reliever right away. I didn't, and my face was on fire. This was on fire. It just felt like a burning sensation here that I could not get rid of. It was just so uncomfortable. She gave specific aftercare steps, which included distilled water, then moving into an ointment later. There was a point where it was just pink here, and I was really super concerned about it, but hey, she was so nice. Like, I highly recommend her, because I would just ping her on Instagram like, yo, is this what it's supposed to look like? And she would say yes, be patient, and then all of a sudden my color came through. So I did one for my touch-up, and the touch-up purpose is that there's going to be some areas that not all the color is going to come through, so she went back over those areas. Maybe perhaps for me, my shape stayed really good, but like just, you know, firming up the shape. And so now I have to go through the healing process all over again with the touch-up. So right now I'm on day 2 of my touch-up, so my eyebrows look really, really dark, and then it's going to essentially, they're all going to fall off and then come back in again. This is a couple months process. I wanted to share it with you all. Cost wise, this is about $500 to $650 procedure. At least that's what I saw going up when I was doing my research. $500 to $600 procedure. Likely most people said the first time you went, and then you had to come back 4 to 6 weeks to do your touch-up. All of that was all inclusive, as well as what you needed to, you know, treat your eyebrows as well. So that was good. I'm not gonna know, because I really haven't had an occasion to beat my face with my fully healed eyebrows, and of course right now I'm not gonna be able to do that. Also forgot to mention, you can't get these suckers wet, so you want a visor. You want to be really careful. You can't get them wet, let me say, for the first 2 weeks. So you want to be really careful as they start to scab up and heal. But all in all, you know, that's part of my process, and I wanted to share it with you all. So if you have any questions, I want to film an update when it's finally healed, so in another 6 weeks. If you have any questions, leave those below in the comments. Feel free to email me. Also, send me you know, any messages on Instagram. I'll love to address them. But that is my experience with my ombre powder brows, and I can't wait till this is completely done. So lovers and friends, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.